Contrary to the general belief by Nigerians and watchers of Nigerian politics all over the world, who had believed that the winner of the June 12, 1993 Kashimawo Abiola was killed, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, a former Nigerian head of state, has countered that news. Thank you very much for staying with us. This is Still Serious Matters, and of course, the subject of how or who killed our own late MKO Abiola had been an issue, and a seemingly unraveled mystery. And of course, a former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, has come out to reveal a number of things, and so we'll be looking at them in a moment. Now, the former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, has disclosed that late Muhammadu Kashimawo Abiola, winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, Nigeria, was not killed but died after falling ill. Well, let's dig a little bit further. While speaking during an interview with Trust TV, Abdulsalam disclosed that contrary to insinuations that Abiola took tea that was poisoned or allegedly poisoned before he passed on, he actually took ill and died. Well, but one of the questions that come to mind is, was an autopsy not done? Was the autopsy sincere? Was it fair? Was it fair? Was it a fair one? Was it sincere? Was it a number of questions? If one was done, was it fair? Was it sincere? Was it genuine? Was it, a number of things like that come to mind. Now, according to the former head of state, well, I smile because there were lots of allegations here and there that we killed Abiola. As always, when I am talking about the late Abiola, I still thank God for directing me on things to do when he gave me the leadership of this country. On the day Moshood Abiola passed away, may he rest in peace. Two to three things make me always say I thank my God for the guidance he gave me. One was I received a delegation from America headed by Pickering, who was then, I think, the Secretary of the State also. In his team, I remember very well, was Susan Rice. I remember here very well because of the role she played later. So after the normal courtesy and discussion we had, when they were leaving my office, Pickering said, "Your Excellency, we made a request to see Moshood Abiola, but we were denied." So I said, "Why were you denied? Who denied you?" There and then I made a decision and I said, "Look, you will see Moshood. You will see Moshood definitely." I overruled whoever said you cannot see him. So I now called my chief security officer. I said, "Please make arrangement for this team to see Abiola." That is one point. Now, during the incarceration of Abiola, Moshood Abiola, except his personal doctor, to my knowledge, no member of his family saw him. So when I became head of state, based on consultation and interactions together with Ambassador Babangida Kingebe, I gave the family a date that they could come and see him. So a day before he died, his family came to Abuja to see him. For one reason or the other, the whole family could not see him at the same time. So it was agreed that when this group of his family will see him today, tomorrow the next team will see him. So they saw him like yesterday. Now this team from US came to see me and I said they could see him. Normally it was in the evening. The family go and see him. So because I had authorized the American team to see him, so that other parts of the family were waiting to see him. So it was at this meeting when the American team was meeting Abiola, he fell sick and suddenly the security officers called the medical team to come and attend to him. And when they saw the situation, they said it was very severe. It was severe and they needed to take him to the medical center. So it was the medical team plus the American team that took him to the medical center. Unfortunately, at the medical center, he gave up. Then my security chief called and said, "I have bad news for you." I asked, "What is it?" He said, "Abiola is dead." I was shocked. He told me he was there with the American team at that time. I was staying in the barrack. I had not moved to the villa. So I said, "Okay, let him take the American team to my house." I will meet them at the house. So I closed from the office and went there. The issue now was, how do I break the news to Abiola's family, and how do we tell the world Abiola had passed on? I must be thankful to God and again to Ambassador Kingibe, because we called on him and asked him to bring the family of Abiola. So when they came, I broke the news that unfortunately that is what has happened. As you would expect, just pardon me, I'm just trying to give you a lowdown of what we already have, down, so that we can have we can take it off from there. As you would expect, the family broke down and they started crying. I can't remember which of the ladies. I held her, she was crying, sobbing. It was then Susan Rice, that is why I always remember her, said, "Mr. President, that is not your job. Let me do it." So she now held this lady until they settled down and she calmed down a little bit. Then we had to summon my second in command and other people, and they strategized on how to break the news. That is why I always say I thank God for guiding me. If I hadn't said the American team should go and meet Abiola, certainly I don't know how I would explain to the world that Abiola had died, and the American team, will they believe me that we had not killed Abiola at that time when they were requesting to see him? General Salam died. Well, there are still insinuations that the man was killed, but then let's still hold on to this as part of what we have at the moment. We are hoping that sooner than later we'll get to the bottom. Yes, we know that whatever we come on with will not bring back Abiola. And even if he was alive today, he would be very old and probably not be the president. He would have finished his tenure if he were alive today. But then let's just be hopeful and hope that sooner than later we will get to the bottom of this and we will see what actually happened. Let's just believe this for now. Thank you very much for watching, and please do drop your comment and share this video. What do you have to say about this matter? Who do you think killed Abiola? Do you think Abiola died of sickness and all of that? We have had reports from Al Mustafa. Now we're getting General Abdusalam Abubakar's report and all of that. So let us see how it all goes. Thank you very much for watching again. And